Hello and good evening from the York Community Stadium. I'm Craig Barnes, and shortly I'll be joined, I'm delighted to say, by Leamington midfielder Joe Clarke for tonight's National League North clash between Leamington and Buxton. It is third time lucky for this fixture, which was originally scheduled for mid-December and then for last Tuesday, only for a frozen pitch to force both games to be postponed. It's not just the pitch that has appeared frozen in recent weeks, but also Leamington's form. Saturday's deeply frustrating 3-1 loss at fellow strugglers Bradford Park Avenue extended the break's winless run to 14 matches. That result, followed by others elsewhere, saw Leamington tumble into the relegation places for the first time this season. And it appears if it can go wrong for the Breaks at present, it will do. If the Breaks are after inspiration from a team who have lifted themselves away from trouble, they need to look no further than tonight's opponents, Buxton. The Bucks were on a wretched run themselves, where they took only 5 points from a possible 36 until winning at Blythe at the end of last month. They are now on a 3-match unbeaten run, with their recent form lifting them up to 17th place, 14 positions and 4 points clear of Leamington, albeit they have played 2 games more. Buxton get it away and through to Adam Walker. Adam Walker has a shot, just high and just a little bit wide, but saw the whites of the goalposts in front of him. Didn't appear to close him down, and he had a bit of a speculative shot, didn't he?
Yeah, he's very good at that walk, reads the game well and lands on bits in the final third. So with that left foot, hopefully next one hits the target.
So Usher Shipway, here the ball comes into the penalty area. It's headed clear by Hull, the tall defender for Buxton, bobbles around a bit. And Buxton clear, only as far as Meredith, who's still in the Buxton half. Meredith takes a touch and then another, gets himself a bit of time and space, clips the ball into the penalty area up towards Edwards. Buxton, Leamington half appeal there for a penalty on Turner, but it's not given. Didn't seem too much in it, to be fair. Buxton over halfway, over on the far side. Retaining possession here, trying to pass and probe in between Leamington's lines, but Dan Meredith strides forward. Loses out though, he's out of position as Buxton break down the far side, trying to get into the penalty area. This shot comes in from range, but it's wide of the post. Ball just broke down and the Buxton player with a snap effort, but it was comfortably wide.
Obviously you've got to try and prevent those shots coming in, but good bit of shape, just obviously losing it defensively there. Not ideal, but good reactions from Dan.
Leamington play it back to goalkeeper Can first time to Meredith. Meredith loses out. Buxton striding forward on that far side, trying to get another cross into Girolimo. Girolimo takes a touch, takes a shot. Saved by Can, who spilt it, but it's eventually hacked clear, and Leamington just get it away at the expense of a throw-in. Just over 10 minutes gone in this first half. Currently Leamington 0, Buxton 0. Can out of his hands. Long goal kick this time. Buxton get it away, but it's only as far as Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans, cross, blocked. It's a bit more of a scrambled bit of spell there, and Leamington have it through Louis Hall. Hall's ball is cut out to Jackson, but there's Turner. There's Hulbert, and just watching Hulbert, he'd gone down under a challenge. He's back up on his feet, but seems to take a bit of an injury.
Yeah, he's a bit of a knock there. We've had a couple of penalty shouts. Probably be a bit unlucky for Buxton, but we've also had some against us this season.
Lane heads clear for Leamington up to Turner, but Buxton get the ball with Ackroyd. Ackroyd trying to make something happen. There's a bit of a mixture at the back for Leamington, and Buxton have taken the lead. Oh, that's criminal really. Sloppy play there. Leamington lax at the back, and Buxton capitalised on their Leamington mistake. We're talking about Buxton being a little bit lax at the end of halves, and Buxton take advantage of Leamington doing so.
Yeah, it's disappointing really, being solid and not making the right decisions, and we didn't there, so it's important that we react the right way.
I think he tried to play a ball back, and Edwards was there, and before you knew it, bit of a mix-up. Can not on the same page as well, and before we know it, as we say, Buxton stuck the ball into the empty net. So 10 minutes to go in this first half, and Leamington find themselves a goal down. Turner, as Leamington try and make an immediate impact. Shot comes in from Walker, straight down the throat of Richardson though.
Yeah, Walks again there, landing on it and hit the target, so improved from the last one. Good strike.
So out of play it goes. It will be a Buxton throw-in, which Conway is taking his time over. Ackroyd back to Conway, gets the best of Kelly Evans, plays it to Girolimo. The flag stays down this time to Girolimo. Shapes the shape and takes a nick. Yeah, can manage to block it with his hand and get it away. Strong palm from the tall, lonely keeper. Here comes the resulting corner. A few runs taking place in and around the box. It's flashed in. Leamington can't clear it. It's bobbling away. Girolimo was there. The shot came in from somebody else, but it was off the line. I think it was Dan Meredith, wasn't it? Got it clear.
Great clearance from Dan Meredith there. Yeah, great position. It's just gone straight through to their lads being able to turn.
Leamington just couldn't clear it, and Buxton, the Girolimo, as I say, was very much at the heart of it. It wasn't actually his shot. The shot did come in, and there was Dan Meredith making sure the ball didn't cross the line. Excellent defending from the Leamington right back. Conway advances forward for Buxton in the Leamington half on this near side. Takes on Meredith and Usher Shipway. Still Conway. Now to McCourt. Gives it to Barrett right in front of us here. Barrett's ball in. De Girolimo with Lane. Lane tries to stand up his ground, and similar to the incident a few moments ago, it's Can there to have to save with a strong hand to deflect a De Girolimo effort away. Ball still not cleared. Buxton still have it, but as Leamington body's trying to clear it, and they do. De Girolimo right at the heart of things for Buxton. You can tell he's a wily striker.
Yeah, he looks decent, seems to know where to put himself. Handful.
Meredith's there for Leamington though, over halfway to Perry. Now it's Walker, getting a little bit more stretched now, I'd say, as Lane makes a bit of a run over halfway. All players bar Can in the Buxton area, in the Buxton half. Referee lets one go. It's still Lane. Now Kelly Evans just outside the penalty area. Kelly Evans to Meredith. Meredith gets a cross in. It's been a bit of space and scrambled away. How did that not go in?
Another chance. He's had a great touch down there and just got to take the roof of the net off there.
It was Turner. Looked like he'd got all the time in the world to try and put the ball in the back of the net, but the goalkeeper somehow managed to get across, get down and save it. But that was the best chance of the game, I'd say, that for Leamington to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, definitely, and you fancy Dan there, that's who you want it to fall to. Like I say, great touch, but hindsight maybe, first time, just dig it into the ground.
Well, it's going to be Meredith with another throw. Meredith headed clear by Buxton, but there's Kelly Evans again, edge of the box. Now Edwards to Hall. Hall, where's the challenge? Oh, it's a cracking shot that from Louis Hall.
Yeah, great first touch there, took it away from the midfielder. Good strike, gone for the opposite corner. Putting him under a bit of pressure now, just need to make it count.
To Kelly Evans, now Perry. Perry's ball is cut out, but superb from Kelly Evans, who snaps in. Kelly Evans striding for perfectly to the edge of the area, tries a shot, it's just wide. Just couldn't quite get the shot on target. It was always just drifting wide. He earned the right, I think, to have that shot, didn't he, with that run. There's a throw-in over on the far side. Gives it to Walker, back to Hall. Now Walker tries to get across, and he does. It's headed clear by Buxton. It's Perry, I think, who has a shot from distance, which comes off a Buxton play and will out for a corner. Well, here is the corner to the far stick. Two players go up for Buxton. I think it was Hull, who got it away for Buxton. But Leamington trying to recycle possession here. Cross comes in, headed clear again. Was it Lane, I think, who tried to get a shot in, but it's cleared eventually by Buxton. Walker to Meredith, cross. It's headed down. Not cleared though. Oh, it just won't go anywhere.
Another good spell, positive. Fell to Laney on his right foot, which you don't want, but Louis there again, so lads are going for it. You can't fault that at all. Putting in the effort, good to see.
Well, this probably is last chance saloon to try and get anything from this game. It's probably about 30 yards out, quite central. What can Liam Cross do with this? Here comes Cross. It's straight down the throat of Richardson. You know, on another day, that would squirm out of the keeper's hands, wouldn't it? Or
yeah, he's dealt with it well. Keeper there.
It was on target. It was never really going to trouble the keeper.
No, it was some distance away, but you got to have a go from there. It's one of them awkward distances where it's probably just a bit too high to try and dink it. But seems like that this will be it for the game.
The referee's happy to carry on for now. So Leamington try and break on the far side, but that is it. Louis Hull cannot advance, and Leamington slip to a fourth successive defeat. Dan Meredith on his haunches in front of us. There's a few players looking pretty disappointed. They know it's a decent chance this to try and claw back out of the relegation places. It was that first half goal, a very disappointing goal from a breaks perspective, where it was Jack Edwards tried to play the ball back. Can wasn't quite on the same wavelength. The defence weren't with it either, and it was De Girolamo using all his experience, nipping in there and tucking the ball past the Loney keeper Can to give Buxton what was the lead at the time and ultimately proved to be the winner.
Paul, another tough night at the office as you just put, and the goal that was the winner in the end, probably not the one that you wanted to concede. Your thoughts?
No, definitely not, because you know it was a very competitive game in the first half. A lot better than we were Saturday, and you know it's nip and tuck, and you know it's not much in it. And then, listen, sadly, at this present moment in time, it's another mistake from us. Listen, I'm a long way away from it, but I could see there was no danger. Then there seems to be a mix-up, and the next thing the guys rolling it into an empty net. So bitterly disappointed, and especially where we are at the moment, what's happening with us. You look at the group and you look at the response. We're going in at half time. I think probably that they started the half stronger. We grew into it then and really showed a lot of character, and our mindset was good. Some good individual performances tonight. Again, we've had 2 or 3 big opportunities and then 2 or 3 half opportunities, and again they've gone begging. And that again is the difference between the two sides. I think Buxton of late are probably getting to levels of performances that probably Buxton would have wanted for a longer period. So I think Jamie's a good manager, but Craig just looks like the last few weeks, the few he's brought in and that, it's just he's put his implemented his style on that we're well aware it was going to be a really tough game tonight, and it was. But you come off it disappointed again. We're disappointed that we've got nothing out of it again. Another game here in the last 3 or 4 where we've done enough to get something, if not win it. That our period is getting tougher and tougher. As a manager, we can come in here tonight and we can set things up, and we look at the players at certain aspects of the game, and lots of 7 out of 10s tonight, 8 out of 10s tonight. Lots of good performances. Certainly hard working, disciplined, everything that you want really. And you hope that if you can keep them levels up, then these 1-0s will swing round the other way. I think certainly Saturday or whatever, certainly I think 1 or 2 of the senior players are off track a little bit, and 1 or 2 of the younger lads have been affected by it. What pleased me second half was this, and that was another blow to us, the goal. Then you look for responses, and it was a good response, lots of positivity. Players really having a go, and the players know what they need to do. And at this present moment in time, people will be looking in from the outside, thinking, this is the run we're on, the form we're in. It's Is it achievable? But we as a group believe it is. We believe we can do it, and I think performances like that will, if we can maintain them levels, will give us a chance. Listen, injuries and suspensions are not helping us at the moment. But listen, we've got to try and get through it as a group, and that's what we'll endeavour to do.
Talking about injuries and suspensions there, we saw Kelsey Mooney come back from injury. What's the thoughts on having him back finally?
No, great. I mean, listen, it's been 9.5 months since the operation, and he would have been back probably a week ago, but he got a bit about a COVID a couple of weeks, so he missed a bit of training. So it's a case of just getting him back match day squad, match day environment, bit by bit, just bringing him back in. But listen, it's a long, and that's a little problem we're having. Probably with one or two boys, probably one or two of the lone boys, not playing a lot of football, and it sometimes takes a few weeks to get up to speed. There's an element of that in the squad, but I was bitterly disappointed Saturday with where we were. But where we were tonight as a group, and you see the group putting that much leg work in. You can see the desire of the group. It's hard as the person who's in charge to ask for any more than that. The thing with Leamington is, look, where we are is probably where we are in this division. Where there is a problem, it's how we've got here. The fall sort of from where we were early doors. But our mindset's got to be that we're in this scrap now, and the mindset is we've got to fight our way out of it, and that's something that over the coming weeks we'll be really trying hard to do.